Hello James, I hope you are doing very well. So I am making a video for you today, so let's start. So here is your active.com website, and here is the resources menu links. So here is a webinar page. Let me show you. Here is a webinar, so if I click on it, it will open. So here is the webinar 1, webinar 2, webinar 3, and so on. So basically you need to add the webinar information here, and you need to add the option in here. Let me show you. You need to add the option here as well as here, webinar 1, webinar 2, webinar 3. When you will add the webinar in the previous page, so you also need to add an option in here, and then you need to design a campaign in the Mailchimp. So first step is to add webinar information on this page. Here, these three are the demo webinar informations, so just give me a minute. Here is the webinar, so you need to add it, this one. Sorry, my internet is creating a problem and the speed is slow. I apologize for this. So here is a webinar information. This is the page I am editing here. So I just make the three column page, 1, 2, 3. So when you will add a new webinar, it will be show here on this area just below this. And if you want to add 4 columns, simply you need to edit this one. If you want to click on here, it will become 4 column page, but I recommend it's 3 is better. It's look cool. Okay, fine. Now you need to add more information, so simply just you need to duplicate this row. So simply click on here and it will be duplicated. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you click on update, and when I refresh this page, you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you need to delete these 2 options, or simply if you want to add only one, let me show you the way how you can add one webinar. If you don't need to duplicate, if you don't want to duplicate the row. So I am deleting this row. I'm deleting this row. I'm deleting this. Okay. and okay. Oh, delete, 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 delete. Now this is only one, and you need to add here. Simply you need to duplicate this one and simply drag and drop it here. Now you need to duplicate this one and just drag and drop it here. Then you need to duplicate this one and just drag and drop it here. After that you also need to duplicate this, and you also need to drag and drop it here. So now you need to change this information. So simply click on edit button, custom heading, and you can change the information here over the heading. So this is a webinar 1. I want to make it webinar 2. Save. And then if you want to change the image, simple click single edit image button, and here is the different option. Simply you need to delete this one and add on click on add button. After that it is the library, media library. So I am simply just you can also add new image, but I am selecting from the media library again, previous image. So the size of this image is 300 by 301. You can also use this image size. So I click on set image, and then I need to save changes. After that I click on text block, and here I can put the information regarding to my requirements. So you need to just add the this is a webinar description page. Description, I am explaining everything. Simple changes, click on save changes, and after that you don't need to edit this button. I added a link, so you just need to duplicate this one. No need to create it from scratch, because I have added a URL in the button. So just you just need to clone it. Okay, after that you need to update the button. Click on update the button, and the page will be updated. So now if I reload this page, it will show only 2 webinars on this page, 1 and 2. Okay, fine. So now we need to only 2 options here, webinar 1, webinar 2. So you need to go to Mailchimp, and then you need to go to audience. After that you need to click on view contacts. After that you need to click on manage contacts, and then you need to click on groups. Then here are the groups. So basically select webinar is a group. There are many options in here, so I click on edit. Okay, fine. And then if I click on view groups, so here are the option. You just need to add the option here. If you want only 2 webinars, so simply you can delete this option. So type delete group, it's a very heavy tool, so it takes some time to load the contents. So again I click on view groups, and then here are only two options. If you want to add option here, it will be added, but after creating this you need to synchronize these options. So webinar 1, webinar 2, and add group. If I click on a simple demo webinar, okay, fine, save, this will be added, fine. So I just want to delete it here, and then type delete and delete group. I just working as a demo, so that's why I just I want to make a short video, so I don't want to bore you. So simply view groups, there are only two options, okay, fine. Now you need to synchronize these options with Mailchimp. So you need to webinar registration page and click on edit. Here is the actually option, here is actually a registration page. Why this is not updating? Okay, fine. So here is a Ajax Mailchimp form. So you need to edit this form, Mailchimp, and then easy form. You need to go on easy form, click on easy forms, and here is the webinar form. So simply you need to edit this form, click on edit button, after that you need to associate list and clear Mailchimp API cache. So cache are cleared, and you need to just update the form. And if you refresh the webinar page, it will show you only two options, because we have only two options in the Mailchimp group. So if I click on this, let it loading the complete page. So here are still three options. So if it not works, you need to just here you need to interest group, click on interest group. Here is the select webinar. So you need to click on remove this field, update form, after updating the form you will need to remove the Mailchimp API cache again. So I click on associate list setting, and then I am clicking on click clear Mailchimp API cache. It's clear now. Then you need to click on interest group, and simply you need to click on webinar and add to form builder. It will be added again here. Then you need to simply click update form. Now it will work fine. and if click on if I refresh this page, you will see this time it will show only two options. Only webinar 1 and webinar 2. So you need to design the campaign. So simply you click on campaigns, so here I just made a testing demo webinar campaign. So you need to click on here and replicate next, and it will duplicate this campaign. So here is actually campaign. So there are different options here. You need to design email, and here are trigger, schedule, filter by segment. So trigger, I want to change the trigger. So this is when I click on edit button, it will show me the trigger options. So a subscriber joins a group in your audience, active audience. So which one group, when someone join the group, the email will be sent. So which group? There are the different options. So select webinar 1 and webinar 2. There are two options in the Mailchimp we have created in the just before. So there are two options. So I am clicking on webinar option 2, and when someone join, it will immediately send the email. So update trigger. After that, you need to design the email. So simple click on design email. It will show you the campaign design options. Here you can design the email, and you need to resume this campaign, and it will send automatically in the email to the customer, the subscriber, when someone join, when someone click on webinar 2. So name your email, you can change it here according to your requirements. Email subject you can change as well as it according to your requirement. This is also the self-describing text from Daniel, and you can change it here, the email. After that, you need to click on next button. Here is the setup option, here is the template option, and last one is a design option. So here you can change the design of the campaign according to your requirements. So here the image, if you want to change it, click on here, and I have explained many times this too. So I think this is a pretty easy for you. You can just change these blocks, add it here, just drag and drop in here. So this is the easy step. I am going to next. So here you can basically actually add webinar information. So after that, you just need to click on next. And just click on start sending button. Where is the start sending? So start sending, click, it will be saved, and it will start sending the emails when someone join your webinar, when someone join register the webinar for webinar. So rock on, you have started an automation. Hooray! Okay, Daniel, I hope it clears everything. So please feel free to ask anything you want anytime. Okay, bye bye, thank you so much.